ChattingzPanDiVaranda, where we discuss topics that intrigues us. Grab a glass, it's time to chat. ChattingzPanDiVaranda.
My dad had no idea that I was still in college. I was studying in secret. And I was doing my IA, sending in everything. Alright? You know, Cape time. Come now. I'll never forget it. They gave me 2 due dates for my baby. The 18th and the 19th of May. I had an exam on the 19th of May. Renee said, Zina, how are you going to do this now? I said, Renee, in Jesus' name, if she's going to be born on the 19th of May, it's going to be in the evening or in the night. But I'm going to do my exam. Listen. Against Renee's efforts, and she tried to convince me, I still showed up at that exam on the 19th of May. I showed up a bit late. When I was walking through with the big old belly, everybody in a slow motion they come. I look, just watch me and walk go down the aisle with big belly. By this time now, Renee nervous, she nervous, so I had to go to the back. Every sound Renee hear round by the back of that exam, Renee jump and turn around. I was there even to myself, hey, you stand the door, concentrate on your exam. Every minute you turn around. Every sound, my pencil can't drop in peace, Renee ready for run come. Think the baby going born. But you know, that was just her being the great sister that she is to me. Listen now. Exam done. Alright, exam done. And baby in a van. Feel good. Rush home still, we rushed home. Renee, come, Zina. We're not staying, we're not itching. Went home. Malia ended up being born on the 30th of May. Alright. In a done there, sir. It was 3 days after Malia was born, I had an exam. You know, I was in the hospital after a little while before they released me. Still in the hospital on the 1st of May. Not the 1st of May, the 1st of June. Every time the doctor must come to sign off and say, alright, I'm fine to go now. Doctor not show up, or doctor had too many rounds, and next day. Still in the hospital by the 2nd of June. Nerve get me, nerviness. Because remember now I had an exam on the 3rd of June and I was adamant that I'm going to go to my exam. Malia was going to be 3 days old on my exam date. Now, mind you, this is a baby, breast should upon, 3 days old. Plan, you know, me I said, what am I going to do? So my dad took the day from work, took me to exam, and asked my neighbor to assist me. I had a neighbor at the time, she was a police officer. Never forget her for that kindness, you know. She came, and bear in mind she had a baby. Her baby was born in February. Baby was born in February, so she had a young baby at the time as well, and she took her baby with her in the car with me and daddy, and they both came to my exam, and they were in the parking lot. I had a teacher, I'll never forget her, Miss Ricky. Miss Ricky used to call me Miss PhD, because let me tell you, as I said to you, I was out for the entirety of the 2nd year. I taught myself with the help of Renee and my neighbor. I taught myself all the topics. I studied on my own. I never missed a homework. I never missed an IA. I sent in every work, everything. She called me Miss PhD. Miss Ricketts, never forget her. She was my literature and English teacher and our lecturer. And when it was the exam day and daddy was there with the baby and my neighbor in the car, she came to the invigilator and she said, listen, this is a special case. I'm going to ask you, please. I will be here. I'll stay here with her, or I'll stay here for the duration of the exam. My psychology that day, I'll never forget it. I said, I'll stay here for the duration of the exam. I want you to please, there's a young baby, days old, in the parking lot. Sometimes the baby gets rowdy. We can't have the baby crying for such an extended period. So I'm going to ask you please to allow her, whenever I come upstairs and ask her, it's just to calm the baby down for like 5 minutes. So bear in mind, I had psychology exam. In and out of exam, back and forth. You know, when you're writing your answers and you get break in the middle, it's hard to concentrate, but I had to do what I had to do because I made a promise to myself that honestly, at that time, I was more so interested in making my dad proud. I didn't want to disappoint my dad any further. And I wanted to make myself proud by extension. You understand? But honestly, at that point in time, I just wanted to make my dad proud. So I was, you know, I had to do it. It was hard, but I had to do it. And every now and again, Mr. Kids come in the exam and to call me out, and I had to go downstairs and go give Malia, feed Malia a little bit. When she calm enough, we hand her back to daddy, and daddy have the tiny little baby in his hand, and it's so uncomfortable because he doesn't like to hold baby so tiny. But he did it for me, you know. That's my daddy. My daddy is, listen, I call him my daddy Kings. Is it daddy Kings? My dad's. Oh my gosh. And he was there with me and hold the baby for me, as I tell you. Hold the baby for me, and down in the parking lot, and in and out of exam, up down. By the time exam finished, not only I was exhausted, I had a full workout. When the exam finished, all right, so happy, done. All right, I wasn't looking forward to graduating because at that time I had the grades. But at that time you had to have attendance, so that was my weak area because I didn't go any at all. So they said I cannot graduate. I won't be able to graduate. You know, I'll get my certificate and everything. Mind you, we graduated after results came out for CAPE. That year, my second year, guess who was my contender for most outstanding performance for the year for the second year in college? My sister, naturally, Renee. So Renee at the time got the award. My teacher said, Miss Ricky, she said, listen, I cannot have this young miss not graduate. I understand, but under the circumstances and everything that she did and everything that she overcame, she must graduate. She must graduate. The principal at the time said, if you can get a certain number, I don't remember what that number is. If you can get a certain number of students to sign that petition in agreement to her graduating, I will allow it. Oh my gosh, Miss Ricketts had a mission. Miss Ricketts personally put that together and was all over in the school telling everybody it's Zena and what happened, and you know, she ended up getting the numbers up to the amount that was needed. Now, guess when I found out about this? The day before graduation. She called and said, Zena, because I took it out my mind. I said, Miss Ricketts, you know, I did what I did. I'm going to get my results nonetheless. And that's fine with me. I don't have to be at graduation physically. She said, no. And she did what she had to do. When she called me in the late evening, honestly, I was very hopeful that it was going to happen. And she said, Zena, you're coming to graduation. Bear in mind, I didn't pay for graduation. You know, I didn't have a gown. I don't know the song. My name not on the program. Nothing. Anyways, this is daddy, honestly, I'm not sure if I want to go and whatever. Daddy said, what? Of course. My daddy, of course, did everything that he needed to do. Put the money together to pay for the package. And we went to school the following day early, so I could be able to get my gown. So I got my gown on graduation day. When I saw the listing, when they were calling, you know, in the order to come up and collect your diploma or the associate degree, my name was scribbled down at the bottom with pen. I don't know graduation song. I don't have a graduation seat. Nothing. They catch me at the side. I was just there standing in limbo. And when I didn't even know that I was up for the award, that I was supposed to get the award initially. I forgot to tell you, Renee ended up not coming to graduation for whatever reason. Mr. Kid said, well, as God should have it. She went to the coordinator and said, listen, I know it's not on the program, but I want to go up and I want to speak. And I want to present the rightful owner with this award. And after everything, because they had to make the program go according to plan, and then it's like when they have a little time, they kind of, because everything going to change up a little bit. And she said, listen, just break it. After you call everybody, then call everybody and let her be the last person that comes up. So they said, okay, fine. And when Mr. Kitts went up, and Mr. Kitts said, this young lady, if nobody else deserves to be walking across this stage, she does. And tonight I'm honored to present the rightful owner with this award. And she told them a little, synopsis of what happened. I did not come to school not once, and I still managed to get in the top 10 in Cape for all my subjects, and I managed to be going home with the most outstanding performance for the year, for 2 years, because I got it the previous year and I got it my second final year as well. And oh my gosh, it was such a warm feeling. Everybody clapped and everybody was excited and thing, and Daddy felt proud. And honestly, I'm not telling a lie, but he just want to make Daddy proud. You know what I mean? Daddy, when you see the face, Daddy's face, how proud he was. So he say, Lord, our life no mash up entirely. And by this time, let me tell you, Daddy and Malia, inseparable. Up until him passing, inseparable. I couldn't rough Malia. Malia was the prize bull in a man. Malia granddads love Malia. Malia is the apple of their eyes. My dad, listen, nothing at all to my father like Malia. Ultimately, let me tell you the moral of this story, or story time, because it's my real life, it's my reality. When I got pregnant where I was living, it was joy to some persons. They found happiness in my mistake, because my child is no mistake. I have a graduation corsage right there, and I have my father's cup with his name, Mr. Kelly, right there. And I put these specifically on my table tonight because they're the honorary guests. Let me tell you something. I heard the worst things about myself. If I never had a strong personality and confidence, and I almost can feel, or I felt when I was building thick skin from a young age until now, and that became my defense mechanism. I heard horrible things about myself. I'll never forget, somebody made a remark and said, just that's all she good for. Just come to shame her father. Look how him work hard, and that she come to, that is his reward. Shame she bring down upon him, and she'll never become anything in life. I'll never forget the smirk and the joy and the sheer pleasure in some of the adults' faces when they would walk past me and saw me at home every day, thinking I'm wasting away my life. I'll never forget it. I can picture their faces and the pleasure in my mishap. Let me tell you something. young girls, keep your head high. I will repeat it. Mistakes are for the greats, because Malia came in my life and made me even more focused, because she became the picture. So I had to become a frame, and I held it together. And Malia put me on a track and a path, and I said, listen, I will protect you with my entire being. I will guide you. I will teach you. I will clear the path for you to make sure you do not make the same mistakes that I made. She's not a mistake. God doesn't make mistakes. I'm so happy that God thinks more of me than I, thought of myself. Because if He didn't think more of me, I would have wallowed and just give up and wallow in the misery and internalize all those negative comments about me. And I took that like a soldier, and I heard all the talks, I heard all the chatterings, everything from, I can tell, I know what everybody said, I could hear the whisper, and I walked in with pride and held my head high and proved all of them wrong. I'll never forget when I came home in my gown, and the surprise, the shock on their faces, because they never knew that I was still in college. Yes, I can tell you that. It wasn't easy. I'm not telling you that it is easy. I'm not encouraging any young girl to become a teenage mom, but your path is your path. And all I'm saying is, when you feel like you're going through hell, don't stop. Why would you want to stop in hell? Push through. Push through. Because let me tell you something, me becoming a teenage mom, I had to get, as I tell you, I had to get focused. After college, I had to find a job when all my friends went along to university. I started university about a year after all my friends did. Fun is the back burner for you. It will slow your process down. It doesn't have to stop it. Reality speaking, it will slow your process down, but it doesn't have to stop it. Push through. Push through. Find that inner strength. Let me tell you something. I had some dark moments. I had some real dark, deep moments. And I cried. I cried a lot. But I have to say, I had a great support system in my immediate circle right there. My dad, oh my gosh, like immediately he went into protective mode. He protected me with all his might. He made sure I had everything I wanted. I had a good, little immediate circle right there throughout that process to keep my mental, to keep me sane. And I thank God every day for my father, every day for a sister like Renee. And I repeat, she's not my biological sister, but you'll get used to me calling her my sister. I thank God every day for Malia, because she came into my life unexpectedly, but she was exactly what I needed. She was my unexpected blessing, and to date, Malia is making me proud. To date. So this story time, I can go on and on about different stuff, but I just wanted to encourage somebody. It doesn't matter what you're going through, continue to go through it. Find somebody to talk to. It's very important to have a circle, have a support system. Find somebody that you can confide in. Find somebody that you can confide in, and you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Small steps are better than no steps at all. If you have to crawl, if you have to roll, just keep going forward. Right? So that is my message today. Keep going forward. And on that note, as usual, we have to pay the bills. So I want to big up my top sponsor, my main sponsor once more, ACTZ, all things AC and more. Just follow them on Instagram, call or WhatsApp them at 876-332-8587. Yes, and do the right thing and follow ChattingzPanDiVaranda on Instagram, follow ChattingzPanDiVaranda on Tik Tok, as well as like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share this story time or discussion with somebody who you think may need to hear it at this very moment. You'll never know. Share the message now. Share it, man.